Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. In this video, we want to take a look at the bearish case as well, because even though I am bullish at the moment about the market, obviously things can change quickly and we always need to be aware of what can kill us. And I'm nevertheless, even though I'm bullish, don't misunderstand this. If my view is we are in a third wave, yes, it's still a bit choppy, the entire movement, right? And I'm still cautious, obviously, about breaking support. So, I did hear on some other channels where people talk about going all in and everything. I mean, that's nothing I would ever propose anyway. You always need to be aware of, focus on capital preservation. In my view, capital preservation is so much more important than trying to make massive profits. It just is. And over the time, you will realize, I mean, a lot of you have a lot of experience in trading crypto and so on, and generally in the markets. But it's just my view, what I've learned over the years, not only trading crypto, that capital preservation is so much more important than trying to get the next 100x coin or whatever and going all in, which is absolutely ridiculous. Which I'd never do, what I didn't even do in November when we hit like the 15.5K level. So I just want to highlight that, but I am super cautious. This could still break down. Yeah, I need to highlight it. But then the point I try to make here, I'm bullish as long as certain conditions are fulfilled. But before we dive deeper into the analysis, first a few words about the sponsor of today's Bitcoin video, Chartprime. Chartprime is a service that provides specific trading view indicators. There are 5 specific and unique indicators that you can only get through Chartprime if you sign up to one of their plans. These are based on quite complex algorithms and formulas and can be helpful in identifying trade setups, which means they can provide additional signals that could support your trading. Indicators can, for example, also be useful to support Elliott Wave counts to give more confidence. Of course, you don't need to apply Elliott Wave to use Chartprime, and the combination of their indicators alone can provide trade setups and signals as well. They currently offer a 30% limited time discount, so if you are interested in this, check it out. Of course, bear in mind that no indicator works 100% of the time. Here's an example of the Bitcoin chart with one of the range indicators. This indicator combines various indicators in itself, so you can adjust it to your needs, but it basically shows your range resistances, different support resistance levels based on different time frames, and it categorizes them based on their relevance. And this indicator provides you with dynamic support and resistance bands to which the price is reacting. And if you're interested in checking it out, make sure that you use the link in the video description and on their website. You can also read through testimonials and you can join their Discord community, which you can join in case you have any questions about how to use those indicators. So the if-then logic is very important in markets. Yeah, we just need to know these key levels where probabilities are shifting. Everything is around probabilities. And as soon as certain levels are triggered, probabilities shift, maybe from an aggressive bullish scenario to something where we could break down again. So just know that, okay? I'm super cautious. Markets, Bitcoin is doing okay, Ethereum is doing okay. A lot of the altcoins, even though they are pushing, they are not where they should be in a third wave rally. Yeah, we have seen several corrections where they shouldn't really have had one. Yeah, but again, still the trend is up. I'm focused on upside. I don't want to scare anyone out of their profitable positions, because I'm convinced that anybody who's been watching these videos, I mean, unless you made serious mistakes, there's really no way you could be at a loss here at the moment of any of those recent trend reversal areas that we discussed, right? So what I think, and I cannot really give you a recommendation, but I think it is reasonable to at least lock in some profits at some point if you haven't done that. When that is the case, only you can decide that for yourself, right? Because, such a decision only really or mainly depends on your own portfolio, your past trading decisions, much more on if the chart goes up or down, okay? And what the particular entry points here are, because if someone has made, since November, 100% in profit, why not lock in some of that? And I'm just asking that question, right? Because what I've learned, it's just so important to lock in some profits regularly. But that's why I also like to have a core position typically that I don't touch easily, and then floating positions that can be used for, just trading sort of the ups and downs, the swings. For now, let's focus first on the bullish case. Not much has changed since the previous video. So I think it looks like we got rejected for now in resistance here. Yeah, we talked in the previous video about that we possibly completed here the blue third wave, that we're now in the fourth wave. And in the fourth wave, we are looking at an ABC structure. So I think the forecast at the moment for the weekend was correct, that on Saturday we typically expect that fourth wave and that not much is going to happen. Again, not much is going to happen. I think we are in a fourth wave and we might still be playing out that B wave and could be turning down, however, any moment in a C wave into that area. And then we need to see, do we see a reaction here? And if we do, we get that fifth wave to the upside into the high 32K region. And that would be my expectation at the current stage, right? In the current moment. But I am still super cautious because some of the altcoins are just not moving yet. And I think they will, but you still always need, I always need to be able to, I need to be careful not to let's say sound too bullish, because at any moment, always in markets, we need to be super cautious, right? Especially at the moment. It's not that we can really call out that a bear market low has been made and we can completely ignore it. I ignore it at the moment mainly for the analysis, and for trading, because we are holding support, all right? But if we lose support, things can change quickly. And I just want to while not much is going on, want to talk a little bit about risk management here. And again, I don't want to scare anyone out of positions, because I think we have a good case that we continue to push higher, and I am bullish. And I think this structure could send us to 45K in a really good case. Not guaranteed, but in a really good case. But we are entering resistance areas now. We're entering large resistance areas, and I talked to that a few days ago when we looked at the bearish chart, the bear case. Let me just actually open that. It's a log chart, but it doesn't make a difference. I just have that bearish case outlined on the log chart. So the bearish case for Bitcoin is that the move down of the November high, the all-time high, was just an A wave, a correction, an A wave, a corrective wave within a larger correction, that we're now moving up in a B wave and come down in C. So what I see here at the moment is a potential ABC structure which is unfolding. It could also be a WXY, so we don't necessarily want to wait for 5 waves up, right? What I mean is, in most commonly, would expect in a B wave that this here was again an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave. So the C wave should be a 5-wave move. However, it could also be in the C wave, obviously waiting for 5 waves, which should push us higher. But it could also be that in the B wave, we get a WXY. WXY. And in the Y wave, we could get an ABC. So what I mean here, right, is the following. That at some point, what we might see here, and there's plenty of options, that we get an A wave top, we come down in B and get a C wave in wave Y. And I think this would be something that surprises a lot of people, but it would be an amazing entry point again. So that's why I mean it's strategically, and we will not see that coming until we lose support, okay? That's why I'm not concerned, but that's why I try to be so clear about the relevant support levels all the time. When we see that, when we start to lose support and support after support, that is what we might be looking at, a B wave, a strong B wave down. And this would still be overall, either bullish, or because we could still get a C wave afterwards, but it would be a deeper pullback. So just know that we can expect deep pullbacks at any time, really. I don't want to make the impression here that these support levels cannot fail, because structures can always break at some point. I mean, we had really a lot of trend reversal areas hold, especially across all the cryptos that I cover over the last few months. I think the only reason if someone hasn't made any money is they haven't taken any entries, or they tried to overtrade. Trying to overtrade, which means you try to really trade every single wave because you can't sit on your hands and just be patient. No offense, but it is one of the common errors or mistakes many people make. But most people, I would argue, who've watched my videos should be in profit, honestly. That there is no, unless you made human mistakes, right? Because the setups were there, and honestly, most of them did hold. Most of them did hold. And that means most people should be, to a degree, in profit. Not only Bitcoin, but a lot of altcoins as well. And if most people are in profits, then it might be reasonable, but you need to decide that for yourselves, to take some profits at some point, because this can happen, this B wave down. Now, if you want to wait until we lose support, or you just want to lock in some when we have a decent rally, honestly, that's up to you, because it depends to a degree on your portfolio, how much profit you've made, are you happy with your profits, and so on. But just note that this can happen, right? So that's a bit of a lesson in risk management, and it's something that I observe very closely. I'm very cautious about, because while the market is doing what I want to see at the moment in terms of where it's going, and in terms of the tradable setups that worked out and so on, it's not going as fast as I want to. You remember that we've been talking for weeks and weeks and weeks now about breakouts to the upside, and while they're happening, it's very slow still. Yeah. So that's why I'm cautious. Okay. And I need to bring that up. That's part of the analysis. So just be aware that such a B wave dip will surprise a lot of people, will catch a lot of people out. And you know how markets are, right? They're always a bit, they can annoy you. They can surprise you. So we want to be surprised. We want to be prepared for the surprising. And here, this is what I mean. We're entering resistance, because this area highlighted in orange is the resistance for the B wave. So we're nearly there. Okay. So just highlighting that here. But until here 29,130 is breaking, I'm focused further on the upside. This might be another trend reversal here in this area. We already reversed trend here anyway on the 12th of April for the first time. And if we get back into that area, we might do that again in a fifth wave. So that's sort of the situation we're in at the moment. But yeah, if this is green wave 3, which at the moment I have reasons to assume it is, that's sort of what I'm focused on primarily, then this can take us in a really bullish case all the way up to 45K. The more common target would be around 35K, but looking at the subwave structure, that doesn't really add up. So from the subwave structure, I would want to see around about the 45K level, but only if support areas are holding. So any support area that's breaking here is a warning sign. At the moment, no support has broken, and that's why we continue to focus on the upside. Okay, so at the moment, I think it's reasonable to consider some profit taking, depending on how much of profits you have made, and is it time to lock in some, because you don't want to lose it all if it comes down to 21K again for another possible deeper entry point. It is also, I think, reasonable to focus on the upside generally, because the trend is up. So I would be extremely careful with short positions unless you know what you're doing. Because I had a few comments that people were now caught in short positions. Now, I can never understand that, because the trend is up. Now, if you short, you should at least have your stop loss positioned anyway. So you shouldn't really be caught in short positions. And the trend is up. Okay, so we have no confirmation that the trend is sort of shifting to the downside. And it's not reasonable to just be focused on the bearish side here, because the trend is up. So you're losing out on a lot of movements if we carry on higher, which the probabilities are certainly there, and I'm focused on that mainly, and it was the right decision so far. But it's also reasonable to be prepared for the downside. Be prepared, right? Have a plan in place. And, trading is so much more than just the chart is up or down. It depends so much on your own decisions. So let's say, for example, I bought quite a lot, not only Bitcoin, but altcoins on the 10th of March. I posted it on Telegram and Discord. I still hold all of the altcoins that I entered here, that I bought here. Bitcoin's still about 60%, Ethereum as well. So for me, it's this stuff moved up like, 50%, right? So I don't want to lose it all again. So I may take some profits shortly. And we'll then look for another deeper retracement or another entry point or whatever. But we'll see. I haven't really decided that yet. I did take some profits along the way anyway. I also don't want to take them too early, because if this is a third wave rally, we will not get the shallow retracement. So it's all about the tactics as well. Having a plan, okay? Very, very important. But yeah, I hope that helps sort of in terms of, prepare for the prepare for the surprising moves that Bitcoin can always do. At the moment, the trend is up, so be open at the moment for surprises. I think that's important. And until support areas break, we continue to focus on the trend, and the trend is clearly up. So we focus further on the upside with a possible target 45k, but that is a very bullish target. I'm not suggesting it will definitely get there, but that's why we take it level by level, right? So situation isn't crystal clear. If we were really now, taking off and really rallying strongly, which I haven't seen enough yet. I would like to see more push to the upside. So yeah, it's still a very tired market as it seems at the moment. Yeah, the altcoins aren't really doing what they should be doing. A lot of people asked, why aren't the altcoins moving with Bitcoin? Now, sometimes they're just waiting for Bitcoin to make a move. But yeah, they should start to move. And a lot of them are. I mean, ADA performed really well today and some others, but not the majority yet. So that's why I'm cautious. And we need to recognize those signs that, why is it not moving yet? Okay, that's hopefully that helped. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.